Understanding regular verbs, a guide to their characteristics. Hello, language learners. Welcome to today's video where we're diving deep into the world of verbs, more specifically, regular verbs. If you've been confused about what regular verbs are and their characteristics, you're in the right place. Let's crack the code together, and by the end of this video, you'll be a pro at identifying and using regular verbs in English. Before we delve into the characteristics of regular verbs, it's important to understand what regular verbs are. Regular verbs are verbs that follow a specific, predictable pattern in the past tense and past participle. This pattern is adding ed or d to the end of the base form of the verb. For example, the verb walk becomes walked in the past tense and past participle. Now, let's get into the main focus of this video, the characteristics of regular verbs. Subsection 1. Consistent endings. One of the key characteristics of regular verbs is that they have consistent endings in the past tense and past participle. This typically involves adding ed or d to the base form of the verb. For instance, dance becomes danced, and want becomes wanted. Subsection 2. Same past tense and past participle. Another important characteristic of regular verbs is that their past tense and past participle are the same. If you remember the examples we discussed earlier, the past tense of walk is walked, and so is the past participle. Subsection 3. Unchanged vowel sounds. Unlike some irregular verbs, with regular verbs, the vowel sound in the word typically doesn't change when forming the past tense or past participle. Take the verb look, for example. Whether it's look present, looked past, or looked past participle, the vowel sound stays the same. To further help you understand, let's look at some examples of regular verbs. Play becomes played. Work becomes worked. Laugh becomes laughed. Love becomes loved. Notice the consistent ed ending and the unchanged vowel sounds in these examples. And that's a wrap for our video on the characteristics of regular verbs. Remember, regular verbs are consistent and predictable. They carry the same ed or d ending in the past tense and past participle. The vowel sound typically doesn't change, and their past tense and past participle forms are the same. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope this video has helped clarify regular verbs for you. Keep practicing, and soon enough, recognizing and using regular verbs will become second nature. Until our next lesson, happy learning!